like stone and earthy. And so like even the tent kind of it's not a white tent. It's like mossy. I don't know.
I love that. Very nature.
Yeah. Very nature, yeah.
I have my new background too, with the tree set up, so we're all in the woods.
Yes, we are.
All right, wonderful. So let's step into the tent then and let us know what you become aware of.
Okay. Okay, so as I step into the tent, it's it's like walking into a very lush, whimsical green forest. And the being that's smiling in front of me, she's presenting as rept, a reptilian um, female being. Um, and she's smiling at me. And so she's expressing herself kind of like how you worked with AI for the imagery. So just so everybody knows, that's kind of like how she's like showing herself. So
Clothing, with the
um,
clothing choice and everything.
yeah, she's using that, and I she seems really nice. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna let her come in. I don't know what to expect, so
Neither
uh
do I. Okay, let's do this. Woo!
here we go.
Here we
Okay,
go. All right, thank you, Stephanie.
you're welcome. Okay,
All for the highest and greatest good.
all for the highest and greatest good. Okay. Hi, hello. Hi, Dale. Um, just getting settled in. Okay. Um, so we decided to call me Anna.
Anna. Thank you, Anna, for being here.
My pleasure. Um, I'm really excited to be here. I know you've got some great questions lined up, so we'll just get to it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So for anyone who's just logged in, hello, my name is Dale, and my friend Stephanie is channeling through a reptilian from Inner Earth currently, who has just told us to call her Anna. And so we're about to interview her and get to know as much as we can about her species. Okay, so how would you like humanity to understand who you are today, Anna?
I am I would like to call it a recovered reptilian. Let's say that I've managed to find my way through darkness and find balance in between um, darkness and light. So
How interesting. I was sort of expecting, I don't know, a reptilian that's always been light. And then I love that your story has this journey instead. Thank you for coming
I
and sharing with us.
I am my energy is more balanced darkness, but I do embody light. I hold fractal of source within as well. I just had to find it and remember it.
Okay, that's actually some of my first set of questions because um, so to those who may not follow Emily as well, in some of her discussions, she sort of talked about the different type of souls currently having a human experience here. And some are alien souls, some are human souls. And when describing reptilians, she's often referred to reptilians as humans having a human experience in some cases, instead of a
Yeah,
soul having a human experience.
it's a good analogy for that, and it I guess I'm lost on what your question is, but
No,
yes,
I guess my question is, so you are definitely, you just said you are a soul having a reptilian experience, correct?
yes,
And
I'm a
so
soul having a reptilian experience. Yes,
are those reptilians that operate more disconnected from source? Like what causes that kind of connection?
it's disconnection, a fallout.
Disconnection, I mean.
Yeah, and it's a matter of cycles and repeating. It's getting stuck in a or getting um, intertwined with greed, power. Um, it's the other end of the polarity that somebody beings hold that polarity. But essentially, when a soul turns to repeated self-serving
Hmm.
instead of in service to all, um, you just create a callus and build more of a layer over your soul spark, and it never fully diminishes. But there, I want to say there is hope, but eh,
Yeah.
for some that have really gotten detached. So,
I think of it like Star Wars, I guess, a little bit, and how like, even Darth Vader in the end there was hope. Like he redeemed,
yeah,
but
there
like
is there's
there's the Darth Vaders there.
and it's like
But then there are
there's
also the Palpatines, Emperor
yeah.
Palpatine, who no hope. Yeah, like probably not going to choose light side after a lifetime of dark side.
Of lifetimes.
Lifetime. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And some forget and just get stuck. Just like humans getting stuck in a loop.
That's my question. So this is something that can happen to any species, including humans.
Yeah. And a lot of humans that come incarnate here, uh, their souls choose to go into the deepest, darkest, densest places on this planet with the intention to anchor in their fractal source light and nurture it and remember it. But there are programs that really have um, derailed a lot of souls who came here with pure intentions and then got, I guess, calloused over, looping through all these karmic cycles. We're
Mm.
here, like, just just speaking out of, you know, for me, coming into this light as, you know, a being that's been through both or through the polarities and found my way back to my inner truth and to source. Um, I'm here to say that there is hope to deconstruct what is being shown to humanity right now, and we can build from here. So I would like to think that my story is proof that there is room for expansion, growth for anybody.
For anybody. That's so true. Thank you. That's especially important as we're starting to unveil all of the hidden things of this world. Now it's at some point we have to learn how to integrate and move past it. We can't just
Yes,
be in outrage forever.
yes, and that's why the messages that you share, Dale, are very helpful. So thank you for being a part of that just reminder for folks.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, we can touch a little bit on then. My next section of questions was about, the different factions of reptilians. Like, I'd like to know first about your faction of these inner Earth reptilian beings and how you guys are organized to operate within the inner Earth, I guess, ecosystem.
Um, so there's a small group that's like me. Um, that and I don't want to go too deep about others' stories.
Okay.
'cause that's their story to share. But so I do reside in inner Earth, and I do operate with um, other enlightened beings of different races that you could say it's a council of multiple different types of beings and races that exist in inner Earth and are working alongside Gaia. And some of us reptilians are working alongside the dragons. There there are some historical disagreements between certain breeds of reptilians and dragons. Um, but I'm a peace bearer and hold a panel with the inner Earth dragon.
Interesting. Okay. Is it an inner earth dragon that I like to connect with, or is it unrelated?
Unrelated, my dear.
Okay. That's just a
I
person.
know who you're talking about.
Okay, good. Um, wow. Okay. So you are saying that dragons in inner earth do exist in bodied form, not just celestial energetic, but like in actual bodies, and
Yes,
they work with you as well.
yes.
Okay.
And um, it really is a group that has been around for a long time, witnessing all of these changes on this planet, all 4.5 rounds. And um, we're here with integrity for the best of humanity and the best of the planet for Gaia. So it's again circling back to even the idea of redemption. So you're going to start witnessing and experiencing a lot of beings coming through and supporting humanity in a different way than they have before. And so it's going to take a new kind of trust
Hmm.
because it's from a different angle of love, support, and more like a teamwork and not because groups on this timeline, everybody's working in unison for the greater good of this whole project to see it through and finish it up. And I'm getting reference to Hades lifting up souls at the bottom of where all of us on the other side in inner earth that are for the greater good of humanity and Gaia, we're coming together and helping lift her up from within.
I love that. We're all here for her. As I said yesterday on one of my videos, like Gaia is going through the shift. We're just along for the ride if we need
Right.
to be, if we choose to be.
And um, Gaia, she loves you guys so very much, and she chose to go through this with you, or let you guys go through it with her. So it really is all hands on deck for this great Gaia show, and I'm grateful that humans like you and like Stephanie and like the people that are having these conversations and willing to um, remember the weird stuff, the things that are a little still not completely socially acceptable or considered a little bananas.
Mhm.
Um, the truth m- is more real. This is more real than what you think is real. And I know you guys have heard that before, so
Hearing,
it's very
yes.
true. It's like upside down world.
It's just so interesting. It's like, yeah, one day we'll realize how this was like a dream this entire time.
Exactly. And being able to understand of how much of the dream this is, you can also start to understand how powerful you are of a creator within the dream and how malleable this place really is.
Right. I have a question. So, those of you who are living in Inner Earth, would you
Hmm.
also consider that your incarnation there is classified as a dream experience?
In a sense, yes.
Just a dream in which you have more control over it, I guess.
A dream, but there's because in a sense every physical incarnation in a sense is a dream,
Hmm.
or but being awake and aware in the dream as you are now, you're not necessarily dreaming, you're participating.
Right.
So if that makes sense.
Yeah. We're playing.
So for existing down in inner Earth, we're just more expanded, more advanced with how to use uh, energy and vibration. Um, it's all about energy manipulation and how to uh, harness your own.
Hmm. Which we're on the count, we're on the trajectory to us all learning. That is
Yeah,
true.
everybody's got the ability, and I I implore people to follow the curiosity of what you can actually manifest and start practicing. And it start small, and when you see the little thing happen right there for you with a tiny manifestation, like, I desire this or I want this, and then it could be as simple as I want a cup of tea. Voila, you have a cup of tea in front of you. It's like you can actually take that idea of you creating, going up and making the cup of tea, sitting down with it. Yes, you're physically doing it, but I mean, you make it happen. You created it, and it's. I know that seems like a real dense kind of term, like explanation of like manifesting something, but really, I like how Emily says, fill the gap. You put
Hmm.
the you put it out there what you want, and you're like, all right, that's what I want, and you take actionable steps and imagine what this version of me out here that's doing and has what I want. How do they act?
Hmm.
What do they do in their smallest daily step by step move? How do they hold themselves up?
It's
And yeah,
good advice.
the little exercises there to start getting used to understanding that you all came here to be master manifestors, to co-create.
Yes. And I know many of us out here watching are like myself, where my manifestation this year is basically open my gifts, understand how to connect within. And
And you're
so
doing wonderfully.
thank you. I'm doing this more, I'm doing my rods more, and I'm meditating daily. That seems to be the
Yeah,
number one
number
activity
one.
suggested to everyone we do sessions with. It's just like 10 to 15 minutes at least of intentionally connecting mentally with your highest self, higher self,
The
and
source.
intentionally thinking of your chakras and calling them in. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It's honoring your connection, your fractal, your spark, your divine spark.
Hmm. And then you keep connecting and you start just living your life that way, always connected.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had mentioned before we kind of went off that this dragon connection. I had actually, one of my questions was wondering, you know, dragons and you seem so physically similar. Is there like an ancestral connection there?
There is an ancestral connection, and I don't want to go too deep into it because it's just there's so many variables, but um, reptilian, dragon, serpent um, are star origins of a lot of all of this. So
Okay, thank you. And just for people who may be new to the whole dragons are real thing, what would you like to say is the role that dragons play in Earth's energetic protection or grid these days?
dragons, well, they have just recently like woken up and started connecting with their humans within the last few years. But dragons are here to protect Earth first and foremost. And then there are your personal dragons that are here for each of you individually if you do have a dragon in your direct team. And when I say direct team, I mean um, it's a I'm, it's a given that um, most people having this conversation of a dragon and um, two guides that are always with them. So it's kind of like your main group, and then anyway, I'm wandering off.
No, I love the way you were thinking. Although I was gonna say the other day we did find someone who instead of a dragon they had like a fairy guardian instead.
Yes, yes. Fairy, there are fairy guardians for those out there that don't necessarily need a dragon, but they have fairies that pack a real mean, mighty punch.
Someone is also asking about griffins, if that is something that people can have instead of a dragon.
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
It's your soul animal, your soul creature that you are bonded with, that your soul and that um, entity, being, creature um, chose to come and be your guardian in this lifetime. So if you feel that you have a griffin as a guardian, then it is true. I mean, that's another part of trusting your intuition and really like feeling into, the energies that support you. So good job on um, following that inkling for the questioner.
Thank you for answering those questions. They were loving that in the audience. And most people are
Awesome.
asking, like, how can I find out if I have a fairy or a dragon or a griffin? Like, how do I know? Can I have all?
You should, you probably, yes, yes. And it's just a matter of um, feeling into it and asking yourself, do I have this? And then if you honestly feel that if you feel that energy in your field, it's an invitation for you to trust it and start exploring with that. I don't know if that makes tangible sense, but
Yes.
it makes sense to me. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. Now moving on to, I kind of wanted to give people an idea of like the reptilian history of Earth because, a lot of us humans think of like Earth is humans. Like humans have Earth. This is our planet. But the reality is, many of you beings, including Bigfoot, who we met the other day, but other beings as well, have been here way longer than we have. And so, what would you like to say about like the reptilians and their longevity here on this planet?
uh, we were here before humanity. We The longevity goes as far back as the seeding and coding of this program, of this place.
Of the whole thing.
The whole thing, in some form or another, there is reptilian history involved.
And so, would you care to tell us a little bit about maybe what did the reptilian civilizations here look like before humans entered the picture here?
I mean, we taught humans what civilization to operate under here, so you know, we took what we knew and shared it on this planet. So you can imagine that, granted, we're more advanced and um, I don't know I don't know how far I want to go into this.
Okay. Someone is asking for clarification on like basically before the Anunnaki, or are you saying that you are basically coinciding, like Anunnaki and reptilian are the same?
Yes,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
you're welcome.
And then when we understand Earth's history, we know, or at least we accept that there was a whole era where dinosaurs walked this planet.
They're
Um,
very majestic beings. Yes.
and so was that coinciding along with the times when reptilians were very much having the whole planet as well?
Yes. Yes. Um, lived among dinosaurs. There are some reptilian races that I can't go into too much detail because it really was a whole nother world. And I don't think this channel, Stephanie, would be very comfortable with me sharing this kind of information.
Okay, too juicy, too juicy. I get it.
She was a little nervous about this interview anyway, so I
Yeah,
want to respect her.
that's true. Thank
So
you.
you're
Okay.
welcome.
All right. And so, yes, that they basically coexisted and they didn't all disappear as we're finding out now with along with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, there's layers in it. I mean, granted, these questions are chalking up as a linear
I know.
concept when it's more spiral layered. And, you know, there were times where Earth operated at a higher frequency, and it's been at its lowest frequency for a very, very long time. So just imagine before she fell into density, more magical, unbelievable things were happening because that's what comes along with that kind of, mm, I don't want to say frequency, but,
Yeah.
that kind of dimensional modality. I don't know. I'm lacking a word, but I think you're getting kind of the concept of what I'm relaying,
And it's the
maybe.
shift, and we're moving into this reality as a whole, this whole
Right.
universe. Hmm.
It's lifting back into it. And so
Okay.
be prepared and embrace the whimsical, the magic, and the, you know, follow your curiosity and joy. This this is also an invitation, granted things are chaotic, but there's an invitation to really explore your inner world and create from within there, and then um, magically see it reflect in your physical reality. I'm so excited for everyone who will experience this in their lifetime. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too. Okay, so we just covered pre-human. So now, I want to get it out there because we've covered this in other interviews, specifically with Enki. So check out the Enki interview. Um, but when humans entered the picture, you guys and the Anunnaki were involved in creating the DNA hybrid that we are.
Yes.
So I just wanted to get that out there. You were there in helping create humanity.
Yes.
Okay,
And
and
we're still here, and some never left, some are returning, and then we're seeing a cycle play out right now and an end. This is like almost the end of the beginning. So we're getting there, guys.
yes, because I know you were talking earlier about the redemption arc of like the
Yeah.
reptilian storyline and the public, right? But there's also, again, check out the Enki interview because there's this overlying redemption arc of those who were involved in creating humanity now also really being here to help us level up, so to speak.
Yes. All involved are here
Yeah,
now.
all involved
So
in here now. And is it true that we even carry DNA? Like we carry DNA, reptilian DNA.
yes,
What
you
would
are
you?
part.
We're part of.
Like humanity is part of it. Part. You guys have reptilian. I mean, you have a lot of stuff in your genes. A lot of
A
stuff in
lot.
your genes.
We're quite a mix. Someone
Yes,
asked
like
why? Why are we such hybrids? I wonder what your take on that.
because the idea of spirit having the most spiritual physical experience. That's the whole, not the whole, but the concept of being able to um like consciousness sit inside of a physical body and still be aware of itself beyond this reality and still get to experience the physical, the sensations of having a body.
Mm.
And so human DNA, it has this potential packed full of being able to do what all these, specialized races can do. It's all in your DNA coding. It's not activated, not all of it. It's becoming more activated. So you can keep this in mind for your personal journey. You unpack and heal and make room for yourself, your soul to sit in here with stores. You can experience this reality to its fullest potential and unlock your abilities to literally do what humans have never been able to do. Like, this is the exciting part. This is like something that you guys could step into
Yeah,
on an individual basis and in a whole.
the unwritten part of human history is where
Hmm.
we're looking into. What could we do
Yes.
if we knew what we were truly capable of?
And you guys are remembering and you are learning that you are in charge. You write your story. You create your reality. It's a concept that is starting to really resonate in the collective consciousness. And those of you who are putting it to use in your daily life and physically embodying it just by the way you breathe and hold yourself and go about your day, you're doing it.
That's true. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I wanted to move on to a section about like power and political association that, when, especially now, as people are starting to become aware that aliens are real and that there are a lot that don't look like us. And then when we hear reptilians, a lot of us immediately think of, the rumors we hear about the
Mhm.
like monarchies and governments and everything like that. So I guess what would you like to say about the reptilian power structure link we consistently see throughout here?
Um, hmm, I, I guess what I'll say is there's absolutely no excuse or like pass for what has happened. Granted, um, ooh, this is kind of a tricky one, but
I guess my theme on it is like, why do you think reptilians and this like need for power are such a dominant like link that we continuously see?
it's it's just it's a very long seated um drive for immortality.
Immortality. Hmm.
It's just one, like this all goes back to, you know, ancient times, and everything that you're starting to see surface is just um exactly what's been going on since the beginning, and it's been going on this whole time. So there was a group that, I mean, you guys, everybody who's here having these kind of conversations is aware of the groups that did not give two flying anything about humans and created this system, and it's just carried through in generations and bloodlines.
Hmm.
It's it's what happened.
Yeah, it's an empire. It's literally kind of like the Star Wars Empire.
It is, and it's crashing.
It's crashing. That's such important. Like when we were connecting on my practice rods the other day with Merlin, that was a question I definitely got a yes on and said, is this regime weakening? It's fracturing.
Mhm.
One of my questions was, one of the things I've heard is with this shift, Earth's shift to 5D, one of the things I've heard is like once we get to 5D, um, certain beings like those, I guess, stronger opposing, like the Emperor Palpatine's equivalents, basically, on the opposing forces side, that they're also given a choice, like either shift with us or like there will be like Earth is not hosting these beings below certain levels anymore. Is there anything that you'd like to help clarify to help us understand that better with how things are moving?
Um, it just goes into the way, I guess, the laws of it works with resonance. And so if when it's like the concept of the split that everybody uses, right? It's like this the density, the stuff that won't hold in this higher frequency is going to kind of fall away and um
It's basically,
out of out of rendering, just like when, when you start to once pop into, 5D, um when you operate in a 5D mind in this 3D, you're already experiencing it, but once everything is a physical shift in the um, frequency, that those that doesn't resonate. Either you will resonate and attune together, or it'll fall away at the wayside. It's and it goes further into when you think of quantum physics, and then also the fact that this is a holographic universe and everything is based off of sound vibration. So if you can just get the concept of, if you're resonating at this level and the whole of of everything in your reality is operating at this frequency that's higher than some of these other creatures or beings that choose not to lift, will fall away at the wayside and end up wherever they end up.
okay. And so their time is limited, it sounds like
Yeah,
if they can't get it together with Gaia and the rest of us, it's
yeah.
out of here.
Gaia and humanity are doing it, and you guys are doing it. You're on the move, and there's so much support that, you know, anything that what you're seeing right now with all of the controversy, the distractions, the everything just shaking up, this is that shift that, is waking everybody up and being like, I don't like this. I don't choose this. What else is there? And so, you know,
Yes,
it's
like, we're all starting to notice it filtering in, I think, in
mhm,
our realities. Like people we thought, I was just saying it yesterday, the people that I would have said, oh, they're never going to wake up months ago are now starting to be like, oh, and wonder and ask questions. And I'm like, it's happening.
it is.
The public is starting to trickle awake. It's exciting times ahead. Okay,
Yeah, the people are realizing this doesn't make sense or doesn't work for me, and, you know, standing up for yourselves.
that's true. Which brings me to my next question, which was, if humans truly understood their own power, what would shift instantly on Earth?
Everything. The every if all humans realize their own power, like, all operating systems that currently exist would cease, because people would stop looking outside of themselves and start going within instantly.
It's happening in stages, more like.
It is. But if you're like, your question was like, if it all happened at once, it would be like that snap moment of like, what the? Let's go within. I have the power. And here. Oh, you know.
It's happening now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so as someone who has been trying to stop overthinking this whole go within, to go in to go up, go in to go up, and obviously I'm talking to an alien being, or not actually alien, but you're more Earth than I am.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to another being through my friend who obviously has mastered the going in to go up. So like, I don't know, I'm always looking for a good explanation that hits home with me. So what would you like to say to the people out there who are like, what do you mean go into my heart space? What do you mean go in to go up? Like, what is your take on how best to do that?
really just listening to your own breath. Follow your own breath and recognize that you are in this physical body having a human experience and you're happy to be here. That's going within. Acknowledging that you are a spiritual being having a human experience and you're here right now and you're holding your soul in this body. That's embodiment. It's so simple.
It's so
It's
simple.
so, but like you said, meditation daily is what helps you get into that 0 point moment where it's just you and source.
Hmm. So awareness is going within, basically.
Yeah. And your inner world is your true north. And so when you hear like go within your heart, imagine your heart as the portal it is, and imagine going through the front of your heart, out the back. It's a wild thing, but just imagine breathing through your portal and going in through that way and out the back. Just an exercise. Just imagine your heart as a portal, the portal that it is.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh, what is the greatest truth about humanity that people are ready to hear right now?
The greatest truth about humanity is that um, you really are one of Source's precious creations. And I know there's beings that have had that we've had our fingers in it in the creation of humanity, but bottom line, you are creations of Source. And it is important to remember your inner divinity, your inner spark, your connection to the source energy that that powers all of this. So with all this creation and all these stories and distortions and not distortions and truths and trying to get through your discernment stuff, the number one key is remembering your inner divinity, your internal eternal spark of source, that you're an eternal being having this temporary experience.
One of our listeners is saying, so basically, we're one big computer and it's all source
Right.
in this holographic experience layered on top of a planet.
Yes.
Fun times. Okay.
If you really get your mind to wrap around that concept, it makes so much more sense, and then you can understand how to really navigate this program
Right.
and get it to respond to you and start moving around your you.
So I have a question. If all of us humans are encouraged to, maybe a daily ritual of like trying to intentionally connect with our higher self, the version of us that knowingly incarnated here.
Hmm.
Are you aliens also connecting daily with this version of your soul that incarnated as you, this reptilian?
Yes, but we're constantly in connection. The 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 programming of being a human, you're human, so you have a different lens than some other races and species. And
Mhm.
so your lens is a little bit more primal, a little bit more primate. Um,
We're little beasties.
little beasties, but just so you understand that you can achieve uh, a point where you're in constant connection with an embodying source in your highest self, but just know that beyond this place, you're constantly aware and connected. And uh, right now, unity consciousness is still it. There's awareness, but outside of here, like oneness is just known. It's fact. And here, it's been distorted, and so you're remembering. But just know that oneness is always embodied by all of us. even when, let's just say that the structures and the things that you're experiencing on this plane, um, some of them only belong on this plane.
Interesting.
So, for this polarity that's necessary to have to be held.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that like we as humans are currently in this disconnected from source mode as our default when we're learning that, as you were saying, like there are certain factions in control of governments for a long, long time who are
Hmm.
disconnected from source too.
Correct. Yeah,
And
and that disconnection, um, is what leads to, it's the you know what it is.
yeah, my question is, if they're so focused on, like you said, longevity, like to them living forever is like power. But
Mm.
we've interviewed so many alien beings who are like, oh, I live thousands of years. Like what? Like that's hard. And
And it's not just the longevity, like the harvesting of energy to fulfill the void that lacks source.
got it. And so
So it's an artificial
so
type.
so, so basically they if we can imagine like all beings connected to source are like plants. Let's say we have like this natural photosynthesis to source energy. And when they sort of started doing the disconnection storylines, it just they don't use photosynthesis anymore. Photosynthesis.
That's a good way to put it. Yes.
And so to maintain their energy life, I guess, spans, because I'm sure before you as reptilians probably live a very long time
We
connected
do.
to source. And so that's changed for them when they started going Emperor Palpatine.
Correct. Yeah. And that's a good analogy for the scope of it.
Okay. So yeah, they so in order to stay alive, they have to learn to harvest other energies, which
Yeah.
human energies.
And then of course there are some that, I mean, that really get off on it and enjoy it. It just it's how far deep does one being go, or and then a group, and then of course as you all are becoming aware, there's manipulation and blackmail and stuff in order to control the the big picture.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But it's like it's almost like now that we're becoming aware of it, it's almost like, well, there's really no need to be upset about it anymore because it's literally ending. Like the
it
regime is
is.
ending. And so
Yeah.
it's going to be a very quick like oh my gosh for a lot of people then to be like, "Oh, well, like goodbye, like get out of here. Never come back."
I'm hearing, bye, Felicia.
Yeah, bye Felicia. Like, get out of here. Okay, but I also wanted to kind of bring focus because one reptilian that's also been kind of making um the popularity rounds has been Glorfin, who said that he's a reptilian on the Three Eye Atlas, the spaceship that or the the thing, not the comet that came through space. Um, and so I don't know. Is there anything you wanted to say about like do you and beings like Glorfin on that ship interact? Are you in cahoots? That kind of a thing. Like how much are you working together?
Not not so much. I'm inner Earth based and operate with a an older team.
Older team. Okay. Okay. But would you say that maybe like Glorfin that you guys are also on a similar like it's time to
Hmm.
put the PR, let's get the word out.
Yeah, yes. I mean, and there are um like Glorfin is a consciousness and has channeled through lots of channels already and has um his path, and we are with the same, like, let's get the message out of unity consciousness and embodiment. But um, I don't really have any direct association with them.
Okay. Are there other links and alliances forming between like Inner Earth and the aliens out there?
Of course,
Yeah.
there's already been, I mean, there's connection, there's plan, there's you know, there's the as above, so below communication, all connected.
Connected.
Um, but like some of the members that I work with down, in inner Earth are also um, from other star races, star beings that um, coordinate with us. So
Okay.
it's not, there's no separation, there's
Right.
coordination between.
Because the portals are currently open. Like they could literally portal themselves in there and out.
Right. Yeah. And like, I mean, because we are more advanced than humans. Humans haven't figured out how to activate portals. There are portals that will be activated, but um, yeah, like portals are active in inner Earth, and I mean, there's astral projection. We know how to hold meetings.
True. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, I wanted to ask, like, we've been meeting a lot of different alien factions. What would you like to say is like maybe the specialty that you as reptilians kind of bring to the table, offer as part of your like special set of skills?
Uh, I I suppose a special set of skills that we reptilians bring. I I don't have like one thing. It's like,
Or just a few. It can be like a few, like things that you would say like reptilians are just naturally disposed at being good at.
oh, um, I mean, shape shifting and telepathy and engineering and design. It could so, I mean, obviously we have the ability to create illusion, and so it could be used for good or bad, right?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, actually, that reminds me of a thing I heard the other day. I don't know if anyone remembers, but a while back they announced, even I think it's still in like the our medical texts online as well, that they introduced this new syndrome called like um I forget what it's called, something like demon face syndrome, where people are like, you may start seeing people's faces kind of shift and turn into like might look
mm-hmm.
reptilian, might look demonic, but like it's totally a you problem, the person who saw it and not the person who's doing that. And like it's actually, I think they made it officially like a medical term that you can look up.
Yeah, and yes, something similar to that. So there's, and I'm not trying to instill any fear or anything, but um, you know,
Oops. Oh no, we lost her. Oh no, she probably got the puzzle piece. Okay, she'll figure it out. Oh, let me ask her to come back. Sorry guys. Oh, we're almost done too. Good thing she can open her eyes. I still haven't gotten the puzzle piece, so I didn't think she had. Technical difficulties. Hold on. As soon as she gets back on live, I can invite her again. Okay, but while we wait, I'm glad you're loving the conversation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, painting in a room, watching this. Nice. Yeah, the demon face thing was so interesting because, like, I wanted to ask Anna, like, does that mean, like, the fact that they had to make it a syndrome, does that mean, like, the illusions will be dropping more? Like, why I wanted to kind of go down that road? Oh, she's still not back on live. I hope she's not still talking. Yeah, the illusion is dropping. Well, I had a couple more questions to ask her, but it may be the end, y'all. We may have to have the dramatic ending. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, my phone. How long is it recommended to meditate for? About 10 to 15 minutes a day is what they consistently say. Um, and like, I keep listening to the instructions, but I'm very much like y'all, where I'm like, okay, I'm calling in, like, okay, I'm doing the meditations, my root chakra, calling in my higher self, all the chakras, intentionally saying, I'm calling in my higher self. Let's do this. Be with me throughout the day. I'm trying to open up my gifts, like, and I swear, I'm like, I feel like I'm just going through the motions. I don't notice anything other than like maybe more pep in my step throughout the day. But yeah, it's funny. This illusion just dropped. Oh, she's still not online. Come on, Stephanie. Um, I would imagine there. Let's see if I can get. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'd like to connect to Anna, the reptilian we were just connecting with. Are you there? Okay, yes. Anna, are you there? Yes, okay. Are you currently helping Stephanie figure out this live situation? Getting a slow yes. Like, please be helping her. Okay, if not, then. Do reptilians live over hundreds of years? I get a yes. Thousands of years? Some, yes, I feel like some. So, yeah. Thank you for being here, Laura. Yes, I do. So I do rods practice 3 days a week, and then Stephanie and I do. Oh, yay! Stephanie's back online. Stephanie, go live again, and I'll co-host you again, if you can. If it's Stephanie or Anna operating the phone right now. So yeah, Stephanie is my partner, and I put her into trance, and we've been interviewing beings like this for a while. Our first interview was Prometheus, if you scroll all the way down. Yeah, I found her. Okay. We're back. Yay! How are you? Is this still Anna or is it Stephanie?
Both. Like,
I
both
was
are
like,
like
I'm
halfway
so
here.
sorry. I think the puzzle piece got you.
Oh, my eyes were closed too. Um, but yeah, I
Well, we
think,
had a couple more questions, so it was like almost perfect timing to close anyways.
okay, cool. I mean, we got rods, and she's still like halfway here, and I'm halfway here. So if you want to ask questions, we'll see what
Okay.
happens.
Okay. I brought out the rods too, because it's like, if she doesn't come back, we'll connect on the rods.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last couple questions were, what is one truth about reptilians that humanity is ready to hear but has not been told yet?
Oh wow. One truth that humanity is ready. I mean, some of you know this, but humanity, you are a fractal of God, source God energy. A lot of people don't know that.
That's true. And we're ready to accept that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And what would you like people to leave this conversation with? Like, what carrying with them when they leave this?
Um, just to understand that there's polarity, there's darkness and lightness in everybody and everything, and it's finding the balance. So, even though it seems like there's this, reptilians are coming out as really bad beings, and I'm not trying to
Downplay it.
downplay it by any means, but do know that there are reptilians who do have Gaia and humanity's well-being at the top of their hearts, and I'm one of them. So I'm happy to be a face or a channel, come through this channel and share, that even the most reptilians of reptilians can find inner peace and inner divination and find balance. So if I can do it, you can.
That's true. I appreciate that message to us. And I mean, this may be redundant, but if you were to have one message to humanity, like from Inner Earth, the reptilians in